I hope that you are having a great day so far. And I am here to work on more commission work. So right now I'm just showing you the piece that I finished on Thursday, I think it was, for the Harley and Ivy commission. And today I'm going to be working on the Ivy commission, which I have right here. So let me get that one. So this is the completed one that I did the other day. And I added a little bit. I inked a portion of her hair, put just a few more splatters around, and I realized that I needed to have a little bit more of a shadow between Harley and Ivy right here. Hello, River Dragon. How are you? So this one is now finished. Yay! And it's time for me to finish this one up right here. So this is the Ivy commission that I've needed to finish for quite a while now. And so I have my Copic markers to the side, and I'm going to just finish coloring this one up, and then I have a couple remarks and another commission to get started on. Hello, Jinhan Labs. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. I know it's a little bit late today. I had some fun with my family, went out with my daughter, had some mommy-daughter time, and now I'm gonna get to drawing. Hey, Twitchy Lee. Hello, Lino Gomez. Mwah, lots of love to you. All right, so I was trying out a few different things with my gold paint on something else, but it didn't work. The paper wouldn't take it, so bummer. But anyway, I have my dab pad here. Okay, you better not stay long, Mike. If I find you on here, every so often I'm gonna be like, Mike, go to bed. It's like 10:30 there, right? So you can stay for a little while, but not for very long, or you're gonna get in trouble. All right, and like always, I have my trusty hex chart with me to the side because that's what helps me choose all the colors and which ones I'm going to use. So any of the blank ones are colors I don't own. Any of the colored in ones are colors I have. Yay! Hello, Bruno Cortez. And hello to you, Mike. All right. So, and I have coffee with chocolate milk mix in it. You know, like the instant chocolate milk that you can get, and it's so yummy, and I love it. So I have this to help me stay awake. All right, so without much ado, it's really just time to start coloring. And if any of you have any questions or anything like that, of course, shoot me a question right here. If I don't answer you, it's because I missed it, and then just ask me again. I don't mind being asked multiple times. Hello, Chris. How are you? And hello, James Moniz. I'm so glad you guys could make it. I know it's quite late over on the East Coast, and I apologize for how late I'm going tonight. You know, we're just trying out different times to see what works great for everybody. And this time it worked best for me to do a late night stream. So, well, late night for you, not too late for me. You love this? Oh, yay. Well, that's awesome. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to try to make sure I have this in the right spot. I'm just going to move it up a little bit. All right. Well, okay. I need to move it down a tiny bit. All right. So there we go. I've got it in a decent spot. And I need to color her stomach, and that's going to be tricky because of the way that her stomach is kind of, her hips are coming towards us, and she's leaning back. Her stomach needs to be concave, and how I do that is the tricky part, and I've been a little nervous about it and kind of avoiding it. I really should tell you the truth there. I've been avoiding it. I'm scared shitless of this particular spot on her stomach. So, yeah, I'm going to do my best on it. Yes, I get commissioned Harley and Ivy a lot. Actually, you know, Ivy is a new one. Harley is the one that I get commissioned the most. And I really don't mind. There's so many different versions of Harley. So it's really fun. And then I have Next up, and if I have time, I'll start working on it tonight. I have the sketch somewhere. I'm going to be working on a black canary, which I haven't been asked to draw in a long time, so that's going to be fun. And then I have a couple remarks to do, and one of them is for Arctic Wonder. So if he's already gone to bed, I'll save it for another stream. So anyway, I've got a lot of little random things to do tonight, which is going to be fun. Hello again, Lino Gomez. Yeah, I'm looking forward to working on the Black Canary. I haven't drawn her in forever. Oh, well, I'm glad it's not too late for you, James. That's awesome. Okay, I was stupid with Ivy, and I actually didn't record which markers I was using, so I'm just going to have to wing it and hope that I don't screw up on the markers. But I need to start with her stomach, because there's hair going over her stomach and then all the little branch details that I put in there, both of which are darker than skin tone. So I need to put the skin tone down first and then work up from there. Oh, okay. So Lino Este and Lino Gomez are the same person. It's all becoming clear. Thank you. I didn't use the liquid masking for the last commission. And it was just because I didn't feel the need for that particular one. I have used liquid masking for the watercolor pieces that I was doing for the interiors a little while back, but I just didn't use it on the Harley and Ivy commission this time. Good. I'm glad that you're going into slumberland, Mike. Good for you. Okay. So, I need to do the stomach. And you know what, guys? I think that both of my E41s were getting a little dry the last time I did, when I was working on the other Ivy. So, I'm going to do some refilling real quick before I start on anything else. All right, so I have E41, and I'm just going to do some refills real quick. I'm just getting my little refill plate, and let's do some refilling real quick before I get going on anything else, because that's a really big section for coloring with Copic marker. It's easier to fill smaller sections than full ones. Oh, thank you, Steve. And I'm sorry I missed saying hi to you above. Thank you so much for being here. It's awesome. Okay, so just doing some refilling real quick. It won't take long. All right. And I'm starting to not fill them until drips come out the other end, because that's when I have problems with the Dawn overfill. All right, one marker's done. I have two E41s, and for anyone who was on the last stream where I explained why I have two of them, I apologize for the repeat. But what it was is that my marker had run out at C2E2 one year, and Copic marker had already sold out of all of their E41 refills, and so I had to go and buy a new marker. And it's actually turned out really great for me to have two E41s, because it's the main base tone that I use for skin. So running out of a marker and having to stop halfway through coloring in a section to refill it could ruin the skin that you're working on, just destroy it. So it's really handy for me, actually, that I have a backup so I can switch to the other one if need be. So, you know, my little mistake of not bringing a refill like I should have to C2E2 ended up working out really great, because I have two of these now. Oh, you wish that you were there? I'm sorry. Honestly, I feel it too. Kind of like, oh man, should I have gone this year? Was that a bad call that I decided not to go? But honestly, it's for the best, because then I would have had 3 shows in 3 weeks. And so I'm glad I didn't go. San Diego, you need to prep for and be in the right headspace for. And I know I wouldn't have been. So it's all for the best. But, you know, I get it that you're missing being there. Hello, David. Yes, I'm burning the evening oil. Yes, I'm telling you, the crowds is just a whole thing to be believed. Yes, Lino, it is still light here. It's still bright here till around 10:15. We can see. I don't know. I think it's starting to get darker earlier again because we've passed that summer solstice thing. But it stays light here pretty late. Yeah. Oh, you're refilling your Copic markers as well? That's awesome. So right now it's 8:30 in the evening. Well, now it's 8:43, and it should be light here till around 10. Oh, hello, Juan Solo. Nice to see you. Okay, and I use YR40s for filling in the whole area. So I'm going to fill in first. I'm going to move my Copic marker bag. It's kind of in my way. There we go. So I'm going to start with this big section right here. All the other, actually, you know what? I'm going to start with some of the little pieces to warm up. And then I'm going to do this big section right here because that is going to be the big one where I'm going to set the tone for the entire stomach. So I have, in my mind, the light source is coming from here, and then there's another light source going directly on her. Now, I washed my hair right before the stream because I was so worried I was looking really gnarly. And now it's just clean and in my face. So it's never perfect. I'm going to be moving my hair out of my eyes a ton. I apologize in advance for seeming so very vain. But I am a girl after all, and you guys are just going to have to deal. All right, so I'm going to just start by warming up in this little section right here. And I'm using my E set, my skin tones. And I know a couple people have asked me to actually document what I use as far as skin tones, so I need to do that, and I'll make sure to get that done sometime soon. I apologize that I haven't sent you guys like a little shopping list of what it is I use. All right, so now I'm using E42, dab pad at the ready. So I'm trying to show her stomach muscles. And then go to light right there. So her stomach muscles are going to be going this way. Everything is concave, and there's going to be a bit more shadow in the center to show that it's going away from us and up again. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that C2E2 changed their weekends so that they're not the same as Planet Comic-Con and another show. But actually it works out better for me that they've changed their weekend, and I'm still waiting for their signups to open up. So they haven't opened up yet, which is kind of weird. I feel like it's a little bit late for them to leave it, but yeah, they haven't opened up their signups yet. So I hope that they open them up pretty soon, because I'd really like to get that taken care of and have my C2E2 application in. So I'm going to be looking down for this because even bigger than a face is this entire stomach section. So it's going to take some concentration for me to get this done. So I apologize if I miss any of your questions or comments right now. I promise I'll catch up as soon as I'm done with this gigantic ass section. It's a little intense. And I've been scared of this section of her stomach for a while. And I should have refilled this marker because it's drying out. FMO. All right, so I'm going to go sideways again. I kind of go, I essentially cross-hatch with Copic marker for bigger sections. It helps to smooth it out and make it look a little bit more soft without those streaks. And I can get away with it with the base tone because it's light and I want the entire area really, really saturated. Okay, so now I'm switching to E41, and this one thankfully is nice and full. So I'm just pulling the skin in to create her hip bone right here. Well, not pulling the skin, but pulling the colors to create her hip bone. And then I want that to be catching the light, and then back here is going to go really, really dark because it's in shadow. Hello, Terrence. Yeah, she's working on her core. That's right. All right, so now I'm taking the YR000 and blending out the E41 a little bit to just help soften and smooth. And I wish I didn't have to work this fast, but I kind of do to get this whole area done. All right, and now I'm taking some E42, mixing it into a few spots here. Like this is the one side of her hip. So there's her hip bone right there. So that needs to have some E42. And then I'm going in with the E41 on the edges of the E42 to blend it out. Because this is, again, this is skin, this is smooth, and I want it to stay smooth like this. And then I'm taking the E42 again and just lightly going over those portions to keep it dark in the shadowy bits that I need it dark in. And sometimes, you know, the E41 will pull a little too much, or it'll seep a little too far into the darker shadow that I'm going for. So I need to kind of go back in and add a little bit more shadow. So right now I'm just toggling between E41 and E42. Hello, Kylie. And I'm sorry, everyone, that I'm missing so many comments right now. I just have to look down on this whole stomach section. It's really big, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little scared of it. But as soon as I'm done with it, I'll look back up and check all the rest of your comments. All right, now I'm taking the E41 to blend out those edges of the E42. And thankfully right now the paper is still quite saturated and wet with the Copic marker, which is just what I was hoping it would stay at, because once it starts to dry, and Copic marker is alcohol based, so it dries really freaking fast. So any kind of shading that I want to do or softening has to happen fast or I'm stuck. Okay, this is actually turning out not half bad. Thank God, I was so nervous about this whole portion. All right, so this is kind of the side of her body, and if you actually look at like anatomy and like a skeletal anatomy, you'll see that the pelvis bone, for all intents and purposes, is a rectangle. So I really think of the pelvis bone as a rectangle, and as such, the hip bone is here, and then on the sides it drops down because it's the sides of the rectangle. So that's why I'm doing a pretty harsh dark shadow right there, because it's dropped out of the light of any of the light sources and it's completely in the background. Like that. Okay, I can breathe now. I'm so happy. All right, so now I'm just gonna use the E43, which is kind of my darkest tone for fair-skinned humans, and I'm just putting in some darker shadows that would be cast from various elements, which in this case right here, it's her hair strips. Oh my God, my E43 is dry as well. And the little bands right here, all of the darker shadows really help to bring in that believability. Like, okay, yes, so these things are not like little stickers or tattoos on her skin. They are legitimate items with depth to them and all of that stuff. There we go. Hey, Tranquil Mist. Yeah, they really are difficult. I hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend so far. All right, I'm just finishing up the last little bits here, and then I'll be able to look up and see everyone's comments. There we go. All right, so let me catch up. You're all here staring at the screen. Hello, Kyramus? Kyramus? Hello, Bedlam Knack. Oh, okay, Terrence was bad Vlad. Yes, thank you, Terrence. That really helps. Oh, thank you, Lino. That means a ton. I'm doing great. Oh, it's Harv, right. Okay, thank you, Harv. Thank you for letting me know. Hey, Kylie. Thank you for stopping in. Not Kylie, Kara. Thank you for stopping in, even though you're busy. Love you, hun. Oh my God, I'm so relieved that her stomach is done. No, this time it's mocha, so it's coffee with a packet of like the instant cocoa milk, like chocolate milk. I'm trying to like stay awake and alive this time. Okay, so her stomach is finished. Mucho relief. Now I'm just gonna put in a few of the other spots, but first I have to refill my E43 really quick. I think it's in my travel set. So this was a little bag I got off of Blick, and it's just a pencil case, but it fits Copic markers perfectly. So this is my little, when I know what commissions I'm taking for a show, I know what markers I'm gonna need, so I just bring those ones in a little set. So this is that's how I travel with my markers. You thought it was vodka? Hello, VIP Nick. No, it's not vodka. I cannot drink and draw. I swear to God, you guys would end up with a very strange looking piece by the end. My beverage of choice is water, tea, or coffee. And then if it's like after my fasting, because I do intermittent fasting, after the fasting segment is done for the day, then if I can have like actually yummy coffee with like milk or chocolate in it or something like that. Yeah, she'll fall asleep. Exactly. Oh, thank you, Harv. Oh my God. Everybody who's changed their Twitch name for me or for everyone so that we can all know who you are, you're amazing and it is so appreciated. Thank you so much. I'm going to check and make sure this is E43. I have made this mistake one too many times. What? It doesn't say E43 on it? Okay, it only says it on the barcode. That is not great. Drunk commissions, anyone? Not from me, you won't have any. I'm way too, like, intense about shit like that. Oh, okay, thank you, Neil. I really appreciate it, Harv. Thank you so much. It really, I very much appreciate being able to picture people's faces with their names. It kind of makes it a lot more personal for me. That's the thing I miss about Facebook Live, is it felt a lot more personal. But there's so many, yeah, Picasso by Dawn, that's right. There's so many things about Twitch that are an improvement off of Facebook Live. So, you know, I'm not complaining, but I miss that. So thank you so much for changing your name so that I know who you are. Okay, so I just refilled E43 and it's on notice for being dangerous. So I'm gonna be pretty freaking careful. But yeah, it was really, really dry. Yep, it's starting to bleed. Dab pad for the win. And I didn't even fill this one till it was dripping already, and it's still dripping quite a bit. So if you're refilling your markers, be careful. Oh, you're still waiting for the Cali print? Well, thank you so much for picking it up, Terrence. All right, so E41 now to just fill in the last little bits, because what I did is I just kind of did like a almost like a trellis pattern here. It was all very, very random, but I just did like little overlapping branches and stuff to make her stomach area have interest and look pretty. It has no real rhyme or reason to it. I think that some of the branches kind of disappear into nothingness as well. I really wasn't thinking that through very good. And there's a couple spots of skin over here that I didn't fill in. If I'm on past 10, I should be on till around 11. That's my plan anyway. At one point though, I'm gonna have to leave in the middle and Dan will fill in for me, and God knows what he's gonna do unsupervised. But I just will need to get my youngest son, Lyndon, he's 7. I need to tuck him in for bed, and mommy hugs and snuggles a very important part of the tradition. I'll talk to you later, Kara. Nude stick figures, that's right. And then, so little happening in my life is on Thursday next week, my eldest son, Lore, turns 16. So that's really exciting. And he now is taller than me and weighs more than I do. It's pretty fun. And my 7-year-old son turns 8 on Saturday, and it is really by freak accident that the two of them are so close, and their birthdays are one day after each other. One TMI for all the boys, but for the girls, Lore was 2 weeks early and Lyndon was 2 weeks late, and as such, they are pretty much having the same birthday. Yeah, he turned 16. So he's working on studying for his driving permit, like his learner's license. And we're going to get him a driver's ed course kind of thing where someone else teaches him to drive, because I think I would just be screaming bloody murder the entire time. Oh my God, put your foot on the brakes, stop! I'm not very good at being a co-driver, co-seat, whatever. No, thank you, especially not for my son learning to drive. He is very cautious, so he's not like a daredevil in any way, shape, or form, which I'm so grateful for. But anyway, yeah, he's working on studying for his learner's permit now. But thankfully, I found a nice driver's ed school here, so it'll be good. Yeah, right? I mean, I'm like pushing the brake pedal when I'm sitting in the, like, whatever that's called, riding shotgun. Yeah. So when I'm riding shotgun, I'm pressing the brakes no matter who's driving. So if my son is driving, yeah, I think it's better if someone else teaches him to drive. Do I know when I'm going to start working on commissions again? Well, right now I'm working on commissions, but as far as when I'm going to be taking them, I do plan on sending out an email to my email list, and I will be taking a big old chunk of sketches. So like they're going to be remarks or jam pieces for Cincinnati and Baltimore. And I'm going to try to find a way that you don't physically have to be there as long as you can get a buddy, or there are commission pickup services that you can use to get something from me. So I'm going to be opening that up to my email list in the next like 1 or 2 weeks. I just kind of had to get home and get my bearings after the last 2 weekends of shows, but that's what I plan to do. And I'm going to be taking like 3 times or more commissions or sketches than I usually do. So it's going to be exciting. I am not doing 44 in a weekend though. That was me motivating for Yancey Street, and most nights I didn't sleep very much, and on the last night I didn't sleep at all. So I'm not going to do that, but I'll still take a decent amount more than I usually do. Oh my God, he bought a car when he was 14. That is crazy. Oh, wow. Congratulations, Juan Solo. Todd Knock is amazing. And if you do get a commission from him, please give lots of love to his wife, Dawn. She is the sweetest. When my whole print situation that happened in San Diego, where like all of my prints got ruined, her and Todd were right across from me. So they saw and heard about the whole thing that happened, and they were so kind about it all. They were just the nicest people. So give his wife Dawn lots of love from me. My little brother, okay, back in the day, driver's ed was part of high school. That's interesting. Okay, so her stomach is done. Now I kind of feel like, I don't want to speak too soon, but I feel like the rest of the commission is going to be smooth sailing. So if you have more questions or anybody wants to chitty chat about anything, now's the time, because I'm chill now, but I need to put my hair up. This is driving me insane. So I'm going to go get a big old hair clip for my hair, because this is, it's in my face and it's driving me nuts. No, at least in Canada, it's not part of driver's ed. So I just need to go get myself a clip, because this is a whole thing to deal with. Drawings have nothing to envy the digital ones. Aw. When do I sleep? I actually get a decent amount of sleep. I used to have a schedule that was not something I could keep up for very long. I would get up at 7, be with the kids, everything like that. And then once the kids went to bed, I would work till about 3 or 4 in the morning, sleep till 7, and do that all over again. And I did that for like years. So that's like, 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night. And it was fine, but I'm finding that it's not something I can keep up forever. So now I actually, for the most part, I go to bed at around 11 and I get up at 5:15. Since I've been at conventions, though, I've been a giant slacker over the last 3 weeks, probably. I haven't worked out. I have slept in till like 7:30, 7:15, and, haven't been doing anything as far as trying to win at life. But next week, I will start again, getting up at 5:15 and working my lazy ass out. Can I center the pic? Yes. Okay, so here is the picture centered, I hope. I have not worked out, Steve. I've been a giant fail. So I will be right back, you guys, and it's too hot. I'm going to put on a different shirt. So hair clip and a t-shirt. Dawn will be right back. And I had to look for my gloves. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I wish snacks. All right, so this is the hair clip that I have to use for my incredibly large amount of hair. And yes, no, you heard it. I got a text. I forgot to turn off my texts. My daughter was texting me. Okay, so here is the hair clip that I use, and it's one of the only ones that can actually hold my hair. So 1 minute. Yeah, you guys heard my text. I forgot to turn off my ringer. Here we go. So I just need to click my hair up. My kettlebell will be seeking revenge, and it's a whole 35 pounds worth of revenge, so that's gonna suck. All right, so this is my glove that got ruined. I'm so sad. But at least this one is my right hand glove. No, it was my daughter texting me. Apparently she found some money in her room and she's very happy. Oh, the standard ones are an absolute joke. It's ridiculous. They can't hold hair to save their lives. Okay, so we're back. I'm sorry about that, everyone. Lamenting no snacks. That's right. I do have that one. Guess what, David? Check it out. I'm going to use it next time. Here it is. Intermission, but I was just going for really quick to just grab a hair clip. So next time I'll use it when it's a little bit longer, but check it out. Dan printed it out for me because I don't actually have a color printer. I know, who isn't happy to find money in their room? So my daughter's like, yeah, I found money. All right, so here we go. It is time to carry on. I initially had thought to not ink her hair here, and I'm still on the fence about that, so I'm going to work on her hair on this side and keep thinking about over there. I look like Supergirl putting on her heroine outfit. Well, thank you. Yeah, I've turned off my ringer now, everybody. Sorry about that. And you know what? I'm going to turn on the light over here. It's getting dark. Okay. So, for her hair colors, thankfully now I have the refill for vermilion. So that is wonderful, wonderful news for me. I'm so happy about that. And then I think I used Y17, which is this one, for the yellow, or YR31. So I have a few different yellows that I'm going to try because I can't remember which one I was using to sort of bring in the yellow glow light from over there into her hair just a tiny bit. I'm going to turn down that light a little bit. All right, so I'm going to start with this one. It's my lightest yellow that I would use for something like this. And I don't want tons and tons of this yellow, just a little bit. And I love how Copics are. Even though this orange has been colored on in there for like weeks, it still looks like it blended a little bit. So it's so fantastic how Copic works. How it just, even if it's dry, it'll still blend. And it works great for blending on anything except for skin areas or anything that you need to stay smooth. Hair having some texture, it really doesn't matter. Oh, thank you, Sliderall. That is so awesome of you. Hey, Philip. So chances are I'm going to cover all of this yellow. But even if I do end up covering it all, it'll still give that nice yellow undertone to whatever color I do end up putting here. So that's why I'm not kind of worried that I'm wasting marker or wasting time using this yellow, because this yellow, I want it in her hair anyway. You know, I covered up the yellow up here, but then even the orange has a bit more yellow in it as opposed to more red. So it helps to add in that extra tone that is needed. So the yellow is done, and let's do the Y17 now. So this is Y17. It's just a little bit more of an orangey yellow. Oh, hey, Devin, right? Hi, Devin. It's been a while. How are you doing? Voluptuous, you tried Copic markers and wine. Oh, that is awesome. It didn't turn out well. I know it doesn't work for me, but there are some people that can drink and draw and they turn out better. So I guess it just really depends on the person. I know for a fact I can't hold my liquor, and as such, I can't really drink and draw. Um, I know pretty much where my limit is, and it's one glass of wine. I'm that much of a lightweight. So that's it for me. Oh, don't apologize, Devin. Twitch streams are here if you guys can make it, and if you can't, well, that's completely fine. I'm never like, Devin wasn't here, bad Devin. So I realized I left this part blank, but it's not supposed to have any hair in it. It's supposed to be for the green of the shrubbery and stuff. So I'll need to do that at the end. The boop punishment corner. All right, and now it's my precious vermilion color that I love so very much. And it doesn't scan well, I just discovered. So it scans a lot more red, at least on my scanner, than it actually is. Because I tried scanning the Harley and Ivy piece, and all of a sudden Ivy's hair looks dangerously close in color to Harley's. And that is absolutely not how it looks in real life. So that's something I need to be aware of now. But at the end of the day, a commission is not for the purpose of my scan. It's for the purpose of somebody having an original piece of colored art. And as such, I'm still going to stubbornly stick with my vermilion that I love, because I think it's my scanner that adds red into things. Because, like, for instance, the Magu koi piece, it's like the Magu where she's got the tears and it's turning into the koi fish. You guys saw it on live stream, any of you who were there, and thank you. The background was purple. And when I scanned it, it turned pink. And so when I tried to fix it on the computer, what was happening is if I changed the colors of the purple, or I tried to turn it purple, it kind of messed up all the other colors in the piece. So I had to just leave it pink. So I think that my scanner may do that a little bit, and just kind of it decides to make things more red than they actually are. But that's fine, I can deal. And if it really bothers me, I can also adjust Ivy's colors if I end up making it into a print. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Devin. Thank you. She writes your name on the naughty list. Nah, I don't. Do 2 layers of the same scan? I don't know what you mean, James. Oh, okay, that's an interesting idea. Thank you, James. Oh, and thank you, Angry Viking. I'm glad you like my Lady Death. I'm gonna get YR16. It's another color it seems I have. Here we go. It's like a darker reddish orange, so I'm gonna mix that in now. Oh, wow. Good night, Terrence. Thank you for hanging out for a few minutes. I'm glad you're going to bed and getting some rest. I hope Mike Saunders has done the same thing. Mike, if you're still here, you better be going to bed. Oh my goodness, Kylie, when you have a minute, tell me how to find that because I need to find that too. Are you asking me, Bruno, about my trip? Thank you, Kylie. I really appreciate it. All right, more vermilion. That is true. I will catch up. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you like it, Sylar Gwen. Is that how you say it? And yes, Bruno, I had a fantastic time. It was such a good trip. Yancey Street Comics is amazing. They are so nice, such great people. I had a blast with them. And they took such good care of me. Like, I'm just not used to that level of being cared for. So, like, every few hours while I was working at the hotel, I'd get a text from the store owner, be like, is everything okay? Do you need anything? How's it going? You know, can we get you anything? Oh my God, they were just the best. So, you know, I really enjoyed it. Working on the remarks was so fun. I got to learn something I've been avoiding for a long time. So it sort of got me out of my little lazy pattern of not wanting to do them. Or maybe it's not lazy, I don't know. I've always kind of shied away from remarks. I'm not a huge fan of having to work on glossy paper. And I'll admit it's a challenge. And I don't leave enough room for myself. I've never really considered remarks or thought about remarks. And so I didn't leave myself any room on that book cover to even draw a remark. You know, I've looked at a lot of other artists and I think that they're smart and they think ahead into when the book is published if they're going to need to remark it. And so they leave certain spots or room for the cover to breathe. I just packed all this art on it and there was no room for me to draw a remark. So, I know that for next time. And, you know, I'm glad that I really put a lot into the cover, so I'm not trying to diss it. It's just now I know to kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, I had a wonderful time. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. I am more than happy to sign comic books. I think I signed, like, the comic book stores had 4 boxes for me to sign, and there's 150 books in every box. Or no, the comic book stores had 3 boxes, and then somebody else bought an entire box worth from the comic book store. So I had 4 boxes of 150 books each to sign. And then a comic book store here in Calgary bought a batch of books for me to bring home and sign. And then everybody who came by the 2 days had books for me to sign. So it was a lot of signing, but it was a ton of fun. And, you know, I gotta admit, I've never really done a store signing where I'm flown out to do a signing and it's literally just me. Of course, I've done plenty of you know, free comic book days, but it's you and a bunch of other artists. So the pressure isn't kind of on you to bring the people. So I was kind of worried, like, you know, a kid having a birthday party and being really scared that nobody's going to come. And that's kind of how I felt. I was a little like, oh my God, is nobody going to be here? But when we got to the store, there was like a line waiting outside the store of people there to get their comic books signed. So I could just like heave a giant sigh of relief that like, okay, there's people here. I don't have to be so scared. Oh, Kara's back. Right now, Dan is out with Lyndon and they're going bike riding. Dan has been teaching Lyndon how to ride a bike without training wheels, and they've been going and doing little practice drills for, I don't know, a couple weeks now since it's been warmer weather. And now Lyndon finally learned how to ride without training wheels. So he is ecstatic. He loves it, and they're up doing some bike riding for a little while before bed. Yeah, bike training. So Dan actually took the pedals off of his bike for a while, and let Lyndon do kind of just pedaling with his feet on the ground, to get used to the balance and not needing the training wheels, to just kind of glide a little bit. So Lyndon's been gliding for a few weeks now, and then he just made the jump to actually riding with the pedals and pedaling around. So when I was at Yancey for the signing, Dan sent me a video of Lyndon like riding a bicycle. So that was really fun. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it really does put in perspective what Campbell does for all of that signing he does. And my signature is half as long as Campbell's. And by the end, my Dawn starts looking a lot more like a Dan, actually. Campbell's is actually writing out every letter, and it's twice as long as mine or something like that. So yeah, that's got to be a lot more difficult. For me, I can sign so many books really quickly. Not that I'm trying to do a shit job. It's just that's how my signature is. It's cursive and really easy. Oh, sorry, Kylie. Oh my God, I keep calling Kara Kylie. I'm sorry, Kara. Sorry, Kylie. I keep getting you girls mixed up. You are twinsies after all. Oh, I've been yammering so much, I forgot to tell you guys what marker I'm using. So the darker tone that I use, it's called Light Mahogany. It's E07. Yeah, Adam Hughes one is awesome. Okay, Booply Quinn is Kara, and Kalika Kalika 84 is Kylie. Oh, you guys are great. Is it not working? That's so weird. Why did the MooBot not do boop? The exclams are Oh, you got the sketch of voodoo. Yay, I'm so glad. You're welcome. Let me see why MooBot's not being... Is MooBot not working? Oh, it is working. Let me see. Oh, you can't believe how big it is? That's awesome. Oh, Harvey, are you not in the in Boop Squad? Now bot burgers. Alright, let me see what's happening. I'm just checking as to see what's going on with MooBot. Alright, let me try running a command here. Oh, it's Boop Squad, that's why. It's Boop Squad, that's why. It's the exclam Boop Squad. No, it's what it is it's a group. So you can see what it says right there. It does much better at explaining it than I do. And you're more than welcome to join, Harv, especially because you take such amazing photos. You can post them there if you want to. Yes, it's on Facebook. You gotta sacrifice a baby duck. If I follow an old myth, I've captured a lot of souls. That is so awesome. You could totally join, Harv. That would be amazing. And Booply Quinn is the moderator, and so all you have to do is just click join group and she'll accept you. Oh, and Devin, what it does is if you do, like, there's a delay on every time one of the MooBot things is called up. And so probably, I think it's not going to do it again until another, like, 10 minutes or something like that, or 5 minutes, because I think it's set up like that so that, you know, if someone asks a question and like 10 people answer, then there'll be 10 MooBot comments right there. So that's why there's a little bit of a delay. Yeah, so try something else. Try, let me see. There's lots of other ones for you to try, Devin. Here. You can do exclam about, exclam art books, exclam commissions, pearls. Print of the month is POTM, and they all need to have the exclam in front of them. Yeah, perfect. So it worked. You guys are awesome. Yes, I'm home for a while. I need to try the cookie recipe. You guys rock. Thank you so much for like bossing around the MooBot. I love it. Boss it around all the time, even if you're just bored. There's still no waffle. Bummer, I need to write that down. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Dan needs to make a waffle one. All right, I'm just writing it down. Oh, Kylie, your thing got auto-modded. I'm gonna allow it. I allow. Yeah, I let it go through. I don't set up those things to like check people's speech and stuff like that. I think that's just an automated thing in Twitch. I guess some people have trouble with people coming in and being trolls. Thankfully, I haven't had any experience with that yet, which is awesome. No, it really wasn't. No, thanks, Steve and Devin and everybody that's been sort of commanding the MooBot. I love it. All right, so I am just toggling between the vermilion color, which is R08, and the light mahogany, which is E07. And the light mahogany one is definitely quite a bit darker than the vermilion, so I'm using it as the shadow tone. And I'm going to do like stray hairs coming out from there because they wouldn't be in such big chunks. But I'm going to make sure that the green background is final before I do those last little bits of hair, or the green is just going to smoosh the hair all around and it's going to look all blotchy and gross. Oh yeah, I haven't seen the pic yet, Kara. I said it was okay. What did I say was okay? Yes, apparently Dan has a twin. So I'm using E23 to do these little branches. I kind of feel like I'd like them to be a little bit more, I I don't know, to have a little bit more red to them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do E15 here. So this is pretty much the same brown tone. It's just got a little bit more of a reddish undertone to it. Oh yes, J. Scott Campbell. Thank you for answering that, Steve. All right, yes, I think that that has a lot more of a difference in tone from her skin. So the other brown that I had tried initially, it was just too ashen in tone, or a little bit too beigey tan as opposed to reddy tan, if that makes sense. And it was looking too close to her skin color. So I've just used a brown that's just a little bit more of a reddish branch brown. And that's standing out from her skin more. There we go. Oh, sorry, Harv. If I called you Harvey, I am so sorry, Harv. Harv, yes, for 100% you just start posting away. I have no idea what your odds of getting hubby to make you food are like, Kylie. Is he much for cooking? E18, I think is a good one. So right now I'm trying E18. Might be too dark, but we're gonna give it a shot here. Little bit too dark. Not really, unless it's oven heat up. Yeah. Hey, Slaughter. Thank you for joining. Sometimes I feel like one level of the marker, just doing one layer of it, it kind of doesn't look saturated enough. So I'm just doing a second layer here. Oh, that's crazy. Hey, Jeff Comic. Oh, thank you, Ada and Even, for hosting me. I really appreciate it. Hi, Lopar. Yeah, J. Scott Campbell is amazing. Kylie, sorry guys, I feel like I have an eyelash in my eye or something. It's really bugging me. Yeah, I believe that the next Divinica is slotted for me to begin it in November. Yes, this is another drawing of Ivy that I've been halfway finished with for a while, and I need to wrap it up. What kind of photos can you share here? Is that in on the Boop Squad page? Oh, thank you for adding that. Sorry, Lino, I missed you. Yes, Kylie answered. That's exactly correct. Or sometimes people have posted like videos of art progress videos, or other art classes, or just fun things, anything that you find to be inspiring. Or, you know, sometimes I think a couple people have posted like Sunday funnies in there, or little web comics or memes, just anything that's fun and uplifting and art related in some way, or your own personal creations. Like David does sculpting, and Harv is now going to be part of Boop, and he is a photographer. So there's all forms of art that it's there for. Even writing, if you have something that you've written that you want people to read, it's just there as a community for creativity. Or if you don't consider yourself personally creative, well, then you can be in there to post and make sure that you credit somebody else's work, or something else you admire, or something funny that happened in your day, or that you're going to go watch the movie whatever and you're enjoying it. You know, just anything like that. You received a whisper from Moobot about Boop Squad. That is so freaking random. I have no idea what happened there. It's great to see you, Jeff Comic. My day was fantastic. I just really goofed off most of the day. It was awesome. And also, I needed to get some clothes for my kids. You know, they're growing out of stuff and all those kind of fun things. So that was fun. Went to the mall with my daughter. Yeah, just hanging out. And then now it's time for some more commission work. Woot. Okay, that's possible. All right, so now I'm gonna finish up some of the greens. So let's put some of these browns away since I don't need them anymore and don't want them in my way. Packing up the browns. No, I'm not going to be on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to chill and relax. Who looks like she's wearing tidy whities? Oh, her! Yes. That's true. That's hilarious, Kylie. Maybe I should rush to add green, huh? All right, I don't know what greens I used or did not use on this, so we're just gonna have to try out a few of them and hope for the best here. I think I started with YG43 though, so let's try. I'm definitely going more for the Jungle Girl Ivy vibe with this one. Okay, I will. Tidy greenies. And there needs to be green in there that I totally missed. Now I don't want this to be super full. I want it to be pretty loose and kind of giving that soft focus blurred look for the background. I'm not trying to make it super detailed, which is why all this is all kind of smooshy. I have never done Arkham Ivy. That's the one where she has the actual like black and dark green suit, right? It's basically like head to toe an actual suit, I think. All right, now it's time for some darker colors. So that's 24. I guess that is a little bit darker. And I want to take this in a little bit more. I don't kind of like how it's sticking. It kind of looks like a bump. I want to make this a little bit straighter here. So I'm just going to straighten out her hip bone. Just a touch. Like that. But then it's starting to go into like her thigh muscles. So of course I do need to make it slightly rounded right there. And I'm kind of considering this right where her pelvis bone attaches to her femur or whatever it's called. And so right in there, there's a joint. And so it would go from her pelvis area to her thigh muscle. So that's why here it's just ever so slightly rounded. It's a red prison jacket and leaves as underpants. Okay, I'm going to have to look that one up. Oh, you sent me an image of Arkham Ivy. Guys, I feel so ashamed that I got that one wrong. Okay, hold please. Steve has sent me a picture. Oh, right. Okay. I remember this one. Yep. I love her hair. It's like so... It almost like she's got like a high fashion vibe going on here with that like crazy ass hair and stuff. I don't think I've ever drawn this version. That's awesome. Okay, back to this. Thank you, Steve. All right, now I need some darker greens. So I'm gonna get G85 and BG 96 and 99. So these are some of the darkest greens that I have. Some of them are so dark, they're almost like a black. And I'm just gonna be throwing down some darker tones in here. Especially like right here, I want these to stand out and they're not facing the light. So they would be in a decent amount of shadow. And there's the little band of her undies is casting a shadow onto her actual green shrubbery. I really should have thought that through when I was like designing those panties, that they are gonna look kind of like granny panties. Oh, hey, Mark Riojas, hello. Oh, thank you, Devin. That's so awesome. I would love that. And I do love that. It's like designed with me in mind. I really do need to draw that version of Ivy. All right, so I'm just adding in a little bit of darker stuff here and there, because this whole section is kind of like this spot on the side of your body, right? And so that would be, again, facing completely away from the light, just like this whole portion. So this whole section needs to be in shadow, which means I need to shade that up a little bit more. That's funny, Harv. Hello, Minority City. Hello, the Frying Pan. Nice to have you here again. Where does Ivy shop for her undergarments? Hanes. You make do with what you have. I love that. Hey, Louie. So again, it doesn't really matter that I'm kind of going over the lines a little bit with the hair, because I'm going to be coloring all that in with the vermilion, which is quite dark. So BG85 is just literally the next darkest one that I have in green, and it's quite a jump, as you can see. That's quite a bit darker than all the other lighter greens that I have. So that is kind of all I've got to work with. And no, I'm lying. I do have another one I completely forgot about. It's YG63, and I do have a transition color. Hallelujah. I was thinking it was pretty weird that I didn't have a good transition color from my like base tone greens to like this super dark black, almost black green, and I just couldn't believe that I could not have a decent green, but I do. Hallelujah, I'm so happy, because that was going to be really hard to blend. Fruit of the Loom, also true, Harv. What type? Well, she has poison ivy, so you know that kind of sucks for the rest of us, is trying to like make any sort of designing the clothing out of poison ivy, right? That's just the worst. I'd say the worst poison ivy story I've heard is my mom told me this one. And she said a friend of hers, so this is like a while ago, a friend of hers went camping, or they went camping together or something like that, and she went to the bathroom in the forest or wherever they were camping and accidentally picked up a poison ivy, or like whatever. Yeah, there's poison ivies for real, right? And she took that and used it as toilet paper and had a very, very bad time for the rest of the trip. Hi, Annika. Nice to see you, hun. Yeah, an absolute nightmare. Oh, they worked. Okay, Louie, you're the Louie that that the box got left out in the rain, right? Oh my God, I'm so happy to hear that they're okay. That's awesome, because I was pretty worried about them getting like left in the rain. Okay, guys, I'm making weird faces because I think I have an eyelash stuck in my eye, and it's kind of bothering me. So I'm going to be blinking strangely for a while, so it's not coming out. There we go. Green bushy panties. Oh, you sent me a video. Awesome. Sorry that I haven't seen that yet. And thank you for sending me a video. That's really awesome of you. I know. Bushy panties. Yeah, it is getting dark. Okay, so it's 10:05, and yes, it's getting dark outside. No, Mark, a few other people are. Lino Gomez is. There's a few other people. Harv has made his first name his Twitch handle, and I really, really appreciate it because then I know who you are. There's a few people who have been on the stream from like the very, very beginning, and I've kind of managed to memorize like 10 people. And so then the rest I'm the world's worst on. So you're good. All right, what was I doing? Oh yes, I'm doing dark shadow tones here. And I want it to have that like shrubbery texture. I'm not trying to like put every leaf in detail. Personally, I think that's just too much. But I do want it to be clear that it is leaves and stuff like that. So I am kind of doing it with little tick marks of my brush tip just to get in a little bit of that texture. There we go. And I'll just put a little bit more texture over here too. There we go. Yay. Yes, I know you're Chris, Captain American. Yes, you guys are so wonderful for doing that. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Yeah, Lino, it's 10:07 here. Yes, Tyler, I know who you are. Port fan I know is Devin. Oh, thank you, Louie. That was the part I was really scared of, was her stomach. I gotta admit. All right, so now I'm gonna add in the hair. Now that her stomach and the branches are pretty much done, I'm gonna add in that hair color. So I've been starting with the YR31 to get that yellow undertone in there that I want. And I wanted to have her stomach, like her skin, done first before I started putting in any of the rest of the colors, because I wanted to be able to color freely in that whole section without worrying that I'm going to drag some red across her stomach. Yeah, the twins are stuck in your head now. That's right. Yes, James, you're James.mo on Facebook. The flower I'm going to leave until after I'm done with the hair, because the flower doesn't need to be smooth. That's just my random, plan for all of this. I'm not saying I'm right by any means. It's just how I'm working through all of it. Because the flower, I'm going to make purple and blue, and I want it to be darker, so it's even darker still than the hair. And I'm going to be pretty careful with it. Hey Harv, do you mind if I tell everybody about your commission? Oh, Chris. Okay, so I will thank you, Harv, for permission. I'll answer Chris, Captain American, right now, and then I will tell everyone about your commission. So as far as commissions go, when the person first tells me their what they would like, I don't necessarily have a plan right away. Like for the Harley and Ivy one, when the guy first asked me if I would do 2 characters, I was just like, no, I don't do 2 characters. Like, not very often, especially not for a convention that's going to take me a lot of time. No, I don't even have a price point set for that. Meh. I gave him the hard time. And then he was like, well, it would just be so much fun. You can think about it. It's up to you. I understand. And if you don't want to do Harley and Ivy together, then I'll take just Harley. But your choice of which Harley. And so then I just didn't have any ideas. And I was just a little bit, I really was unsure of how I would put the 2 of them together, because I didn't want it to be boring. And then as I started thinking about it, looking around at like random pictures of girls together, selfie pictures, friends, just to kind of get my mind going, then the idea came. I saw a couple selfie pictures, and then I saw a couple pictures, or one of like a rock star chick going like that, and then I'm like, oh my God, rock star hands and bunny ears. And then that gave me the idea, and then I felt inspired. So sometimes it takes me a minute to get my brain going. And for the Harley and Ivy, I am so happy with how it came out, with the general idea and the playfulness and stuff, but I didn't have it at the beginning. I was kind of hesitant to take it on. But in the end, I'm really happy. And once I got the idea, then there was literally no stopping me. I was like, I have to do this. I have to do this. But as far as the some other ones, it's like the minute they tell me, I have an idea and I'm good to go. So it really just depends. It could even have a lot to do with how tired I am at the time, how many deadlines I've been in the middle of if I'm feeling just exhausted, or if I'm well rested or in a good mood. I mean, I'm sort of all over the place. So it really just depends. And that's kind of how it is. Yeah, Steve, I didn't hesitate with yours. Okay, I'm just catching up a little bit. All right, so Harv gave me permission to talk about his sketch. Steve R8301, he is the one who waited 2.5 years for his bombshell piece. Harv asked me a couple months after Steve, so he has also been waiting around for 2.5 years on my wait list. Once I finish Steve's, I am gonna work on Harv's, and Harv has a great idea. He would like a Witchblade commission. Harv, correct me if I'm wrong, but he wants it slightly on a take of when, for any of you who are familiar with Witchblade, there is a portion where she's kind of in like a wedding gown or an evening gown. It's white though, so it's a wedding gown. And her Witchblade starts to come out. And so it tears her dress and everything. So she's going to kind of be half in a gown, half with a torn situation and the Witchblade happening. And there's a music video that Harv wants me to watch. Harv, I haven't watched it yet. But I do have it on my list of what I need to look at, because there's a music video where the background is kind of done sketchy. Yes, part of the Witchblade at the ball, yes. And so then she's going to be in the ballroom. So I'm going to do like a sketch of the ballroom in the background. So that's going to be done in pencil and all sketchy like. And then the foreground with Witchblade will be fully final color, the whole thing. So it's going to be pretty awesome. The video is a hot take on me. So I need to watch the video to see what style Harv is going for. But I am super freaking excited. You don't need to be specific at all. Harv is being specific, and then some people are just like, surprise me. So there's whichever option you want is completely fine. I love getting input, and I'm also okay that you leave me to my own devices. It really depends on what you prefer. You know, at the end of the day, it is a commission for you and what you would like to have. And so if you have a specific idea like Harv does, which I think is badass AF, then I'll do it. And if I disagree with you, I will tell you. But with Harv, I don't disagree with him. I love it, Harv. It's awesome. But then for some of you, if you've ever gotten a commission from me, and you didn't give me a lot of direction, don't worry. I wasn't bothered by that either. Like, it's great either way. The Harley and Ivy one, I wasn't given any direction besides the characters and the hope that I would consider drawing both of them. And then I took it from there. And he didn't even want to see it, and he chose the surprise me option. But then he couldn't take it, and he got on the Facebook Live. So it turns out great either way. Yeah, Michael Turner's run was amazing. Okay, I'm just catching up a little bit, you guys. Yeah, I'm really excited about Witchblade. It's going to be fun. It's a great concept. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I do about one 11 by 17 commission per year. Yeah. This year, I'm really hoping that I'm going to make it with 2, and I'll get Steve's done and Harv's done. And that's my, like, crossing my fingers, really hoping to do it.
He's gonna talk me in soon.
Okay. I don't think I've ever done Storm. Maybe. Okay, so I've been yapping, and I need to finish her hair right here. Oh, good night, Twitchy Lee. See you later. No, I wasn't talking to Sherlock. That was Lyndon coming in and telling me it's almost time to give him his good night hug. Yeah, probably soon. I'm pretty sure I'm going to manage to get to something else because, or maybe I'll just finish Ivy tonight because it is 10:18 already. And I'm going to go till about 11, my time. Okay, so right now I'm using the vermilion, and then I'm going to switch to the light mahogany. It's a little bit darker. Honestly, I really like the mohawk storm with the white hair and the darker skin. Yes, it's almost time for Dan. I'm just going to give Dan a little heads up. I'm just letting Dan know. Oh, you guys did the Dan one. I know. Oh no, where's Dan? He's there. Dan, I told everybody that you were gonna fill in for me when I'm putting Lyndon down. I thought that was the plan. Okay. Well, maybe Dan's just gonna chat and he's not getting on camera. Move on lies. Oh my God. Okay. I am almost done with the hair. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I gotta say, you guys, the level of relief I have that her stomach turned out all right is massive. I have been scared of this stomach since I drew it. Way to challenge oneself. No, it looks like Dan is not doing the stick figure intermission. I need to give everyone haircuts, and maybe he wants me to give him a haircut first. I'm sorry, guys. I thought that he was going to be on filling in for me, but maybe he's just going to be typing. That's my bad. Harley in a straitjacket over a drawing desk. That's awesome. Sherlock intermission guest. Oh, that is awesome. One second. Get Sherlock to draw for us. That would be so great if Sherlock would. Okay, so now I'm trying to decide. Ivy's flowers. The big question of the night. Blue or purple? The dancing drinks and snacks. That's right. Purple. Okay, everybody's saying purple. That's kind of where I was leaning as well. Poison hyperpigmented purple. Yikes. Okay, I have no idea what poison hyperpigmented purple means, Kylie, but I guess we're gonna figure it out. Maybe like I'll do like a purplish blue in the center, and then it goes out into purple at the end. So then everybody's happy and they look kind of hyperpigmented and poisonous. So let's try that, because I have flowers here and here. Purple is kind of like on the wheel. I think it's the complete opposite of orange, so they're kind of like the complementing colors, so it is really nice to add that in here. It's true. It does kind of sound like that. That's hilarious. Okay, so here are my colors. As you guys can see, I think I've mentioned this on stream before, or maybe it was on Facebook Live, that I don't feel that like Copic purple has really satisfied my purple needs. Their purples, in my opinion, are either too blue or not quite right. And maybe it's just I need to buy some more of their purple colors, but really I can't even find 3 that mix properly. So I've never been really pleased with any of the purples that they've even had yet. I love Copic, you know I adore them. Anyone from Copic who sees this, I'm not trying to pick on you, I just personally haven't found a good purple set yet. So I'm still hunting around, but I want to do some bright, pretty dark purples, I think. So, and then I need to mix it with some blues. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to use the B45 and then go into purples. So, let me get B45. And I want the center of the flower to be blue. Actually, I want a brighter blue. We're going to go more for B06. This is called Peacock Blue, and it is very exciting blue. And then maybe I'll put some white specks in it as well. But I'm going to do the center of all the leaves with this dark peacock blue. And then I'm going to take it out to purple. And let's try V15 here. V15, where's V15? Oh, okay. Yeah, you have more markers than I do, James. Yeah, Copic should make me some more. Some blues and purples. I totally agree. B15. You have B15? Oh, thank you, Louie. Yeah, see, this is just, it's kind of a blah color. It just looks a little bit dead to me. Ugh. So now I have to try to blend that blue in somehow. Okay, so I'm managing to blend the blue because, see, the Copic purples are just too blah, so they just don't really work. It's just kind of, that blue is so vibrant and brilliant, and then the purple is just kind of falls flat. I sank your battleship. Oh, that's funny. All right, but there is a way we can salvage this whole purple, blue, blah situation because my wonderful Sakura jelly roll pens do definitely come to the rescue sometimes, and I think today's going to be one of those gel pens come to the rescue kind of days. All right, so I have this one, and it's kind of the, it's a metallic pen, and I'm going to use it to kind of bring out the purple again. And I'm going to use it for little purple specks in the flower, and it's kind of, it's not sparkly, but it is metallic, and it looks nice and shiny. So it's giving it that poison flower look a little bit. Oh, see you later, Keeman. Thank you. Don't smoosh them. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to get the white jelly roll pen, and once that dries, then I'll bring it out even more with the white jelly roll pen. So this is kind of like a pinkish purple. It's got a little bit more of a pink hue to it, but that works out well. So now, even though I wasn't particularly happy with that color set, I need to replicate it here. So I'm just gonna have to roll with it. Well, I'm trying to smudge them. Oh, I see what you're saying, to let the ink dry. Yes, I will be careful, Kylie. Okay, so I'm just going to choose a few little spots to kind of make the center of a bunch of different flowers all kind of smooshed together here. So I'm just smooshing some of these, and then I'll let the rest be the not centers of the flowers, because I just want the blue in the centers, and then as the petals go outward, it turns to purple. Don't I pass the lacquer to protect the drawing at the end? No, I don't really do anything. Copic is really quite good as far as color stay. It doesn't really spread, or I'm not worried about it like I would be if I was doing a chalk drawing, charcoal drawing, all of those. Yeah, you would want to spray a fixative over it. But with something like this, I don't need to. Copic's really good about it. You can run your hand back and forth and it won't do anything. Okay, so now I'm using the V15 again. And I'm literally just going over it until they blend. Just making them blend. Kind of forcing these two colors to get along. Knocking their heads together, as it were. And then I'm going to use the jelly rolls, the metallic jelly roll, and then at the end I'm going to do a pass over it with the white jelly roll to kind of bring out some more texture and highlights to this. Since it ended up being a little bit darker than I was hoping for, and that's just because some of these colors, they just don't quite look as good together as I was hoping that they would. But that's fine. We'll make it work. It's no biggie. Just do some blend, blend, blend. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. This part down here is dry, and so I'm going to start bringing out some of the detail and texture in these little leaves. Petals, sorry. And then I'm going to need to bring out her hair, which is also in here. All right. And then over here, I need to do the same thing. You don't have V15? All right, let me see. Okay, so V15 is this one. It is a little bit lacking in vibrancy, but then at the same time, it's a decent purple. I'd have to say Copic really wins on their browns and beiges. They have a decent green selection. There's at least enough that I can get a good blend, and boy, do I love their reds and their pinks. They are boss with reds and pinks. But I don't feel that they've really nailed it yet when it comes to purples. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Yes, I haven't done the hair yet down there, Philip, because I'm still working on... I need to put some of the green in and make some decisions. So at the beginning of the stream, I let everybody know that I hadn't quite decided whether I was going to ink that portion of hair or not. And so I'm just kind of letting it sit for a minute. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling out some of the detail now with my little metallic pen. And it looks like it might be time for me to go tuck Lyndon in bed pretty soon. But I can get this done and drying before I go to tuck in my little boy for his sleepy time. There we go. Give it some little spots. And I think over here I want to go over some of that white. I'm not a huge fan of it. So I think the metallic is better. So it's like a pinkish purple. So no Grimace commissions? Do I ever draw Black Widow? I don't think I've ever drawn Black Widow. But why would there not be any Grimace commissions in my future? I don't know what you mean by that. Did I say something that like made it sound like I wouldn't? Hello, Southside Snack. Thank you for joining. Oh, Grimace is all purple. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, purple, I don't have good purples. I can't say I'm very pleased, and I have all of these purples. Oh, and the one that I just used. And none of them have really made me very excited. But that's fine. Generally, there isn't, besides Grimace, there really isn't a ton of purple. Well, okay, there's the older Catwoman, and her suit is all purple, and that one definitely gives me a hard time just because I don't have good purples and I haven't found any that were good. I even got asked to do a Catwoman, and the purple was frustrating to me even for that, and I went to buy purple specifically for it. I have done a Psylocke, that's true. But again, I struggled with the purples. The Balint Catwoman, thank you. Okay. So now it has definitely come time for me to make some decisions about her hair in the back, and I probably should just ink it. So I'm going to go ahead and ink it now. True. Dan said no furries.
What are you saying?
Oh, is it time for me to go to Lyndon?
So, yeah.
Okay. So.
What was this?
It's time for me to go get Lyndon to sleep.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, I'm not going to just leave this blank, so.
What are you going to do?
You can message or something.
Oh, I suppose
or just
so.
talk. Dan's in workout clothes, so he's not too thrilled.
I'm sure we could do something. Do you have any paper for me?
I do have
Like,
paper
just
for you.
The tiniest bit. Hey, everybody.
Guys, Dana's awesome.
Donna better not leave me hanging here for too long.
I won't, I promise. I'm going to be right back, you guys.
Let's see here.
Sharpie markers.
Oh,
There's your one.
That's my last one.
And just make sure there's nothing on all the rest of these. Here you go. All right.
Let's see. Well, I do see this awesome blue marker here. So that kind of tempts me. Can I color with these Copics? Will they work? Like,
yeah.
I have no idea what they do. Are they like...
You can use a chisel tip and then it's a brush on the other side.
Yeah. Okay, well, look, I can do this for starters. My very favorite comic book character of all time. So...
Who is it?
That's pretty much there. You get out of here. Go. I'm trying to kill time while you're gone.
Okay.
So, we'll get some eyes going. Nose. Very normal. Okay. So, any guesses what this is yet? Like, most stick figures look the same, but here comes the two distinguishing characteristics. I'm going to give him the little thing there. And then, gotta give him that there. Now, do we know who that is? There we go. David gets it. There we go. That is definitely my all-time favorite comic book character. And there should be more of him around here. But nobody asks for commissions of that these days, so. Okay, well, let's see. Since David got it, maybe you can pick the next one. Commission here. Stick figure commission. What do you want? Yeah, definitely that's the risque version. Oh, and Dawn's back already, so there we go.
Give me 1 second. I have an eyelash in my eye. 1 second. Eyelash fix.
Okay, stick figure Spider-Man. Let's see. So what is Spider-Man like? He has...
Just search him.
He has kind of a big head. And he always seems to have his legs where his arms ought to be and his arms where his legs ought to be. He's always kind of like so I'm gonna do that, but those aren't his arms. Nope, those are his legs. Then his arms will be down here somehow, because this kind of seems to be what he does. And then what's his face like? It's like, I don't know, he's got
big bug eyes.
Yeah, it's like big eyes like that, and then I guess here can be like a web or something. And he's it definitely looks like a spider on some train tracks. Oh, his eyes are more like teardrops. Anyway, it definitely looks like a spider. What about does he have a mouth hole of any kind?
No.
So that's it? Like that's Spider-Man? Does he have like
No. Yes.
Stuff on his face,
they
kind of?
radiate kind of from his nose area, but it's fine. It's fishnet Spider-Man.
This looks like more like
Waffle Man. Oh my god. Just sign it and sell it.
Okay. Are you done? Did you get your eyelash? Okay, we'll turn this back over to Dawn.
Oh my god. Crying. That is so fucking hilarious.
Did you see my Dr. Manhattan?
Oh, nice. Oh my god. Oh, you guys. I apologize for that. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, we're back. back. Oh, that is awesome. See, Dan is so freaking funny. I just can't do that.
I'm really on the spot. I didn't even have a good one planned.
We put Dan on the spot. Everybody loved it, babe. Oh, that's great. I really should include those. People are saying it's better than snacks any day.
Do you not have snacks?
No, we don't have snacks today. Okay, so I think 0.3 is my biggest... Oh no, I have a 0.5. Yay. Okay, so I need to ink her hair now, so I'm going to do that, and then we'll do the one rope that's the one branch dealio that's coming over there, or vine. Mix the colors so you do the ones you don't have. It's true. And the next print of the month is Dan's Dr. Manhattan. Oh my god. Yes, I'll send them out as fun. At least the Waffle Man wasn't risque. True. I can't believe he did this on Twitch. Oh my god. Oh, that's a good idea, Kylie. All right, so I'm going to ink this pretty quickly because it doesn't need to be perfect over here. But you guys can see kind of how I work out hair. Good thing this feed is 18 plus, right? Except it's going on YouTube afterwards. Maybe this one can't go on YouTube. Well, his are kind of like, what's his name? Tom King draws the best stick figures as well. I love his art that he posts. I think it's hilarious. You bet Manhattan would get a pass. Okay, I hope so. Yes. He had a cane. Oh, Dan is back. He's on a computer down there. That's awesome. True. Oh my god, that was hilarious. I was so not expecting that because I couldn't remember what Dan's favorite character was, and that's so dumb of me because I should have remembered that. So the thing with hair is to kind of think of it like ribbons or rope that twists and moves. And so then you have to have it where it comes forward and bends underneath and all of that stuff. Ugh, and I have Sherlock hair on me. Ugh. Anyway, so all that stuff is just really handy as far as hair and how to make it look realistic but then still realistic, but then slightly better than real. Mubot lies. True. Who would I like if I was getting a commission from someone? Man, that is such a great question, James. Let me see. I would really like my favorite version of Storm. The one where she has the mohawk and the darker skin tone and the like when her eyes are in when she's using her power. So they're just glowing white. I love that. Okay, the rest I'm not going to ink. I'm just going to leave it plain. So let's just erase all the stuff. No, I love it, James. That is so kind of you, but you really don't have to. I know that you're busy with school and you have got so much going on right now and all your school assignments and projects and stuff like that. But if you really want to draw me something, she's definitely my favorite character right now. And I would love to see how your take on her. That would be so much fun. Okay, so now I'm going to leave some of these places pretty plain, but I'm going to use, for any of the hair that I'm going to put in, I'll use the darker red that I have, like the darker shade, because again, all of this is dropped back and away from the light source. So the base tone is not going to have any of the yellows in it. It's just, I'm starting straight up with vermilion, but I started with light mahogany. So vermilion first, which is my orangey color. Oh, that's so great, Devin. Harv, you know, that is like literally the hardest question for me to answer. I really enjoy drawing Harley, I'm not gonna lie, and the reasons why I enjoy drawing Harley is because of the fact that she's so crazy that so many things, I can have any random idea and it will fit in with some version of Harley. With Wonder Woman, I love drawing her too because she's powerful and she's just awesome. But not all ideas I have are appropriate for Wonder Woman. You know, like for most characters, it's like one pose or idea that you have is appropriate and some aren't. It's just not in keeping with the character. With Harley, pretty much anything goes, which makes it pretty freaking fun to draw her. But I would have to say that for the most part, I have no favorite character because there's something interesting and challenging about every single character to do. Lady Death, for instance, which she's on right now, at least on my screen. The thing that I love about drawing Lady Death is that I get to just go nuts with outfits. Brian Pulido gives me a lot of creative license and leeway to just go nuts with her outfits. And now sometimes it's even in my like write-up of the assignment that I have, he's like, okay, for this version you can just go crazy, and for this version try to keep it more in style, but you can do what you want with the patch. And so it's almost kind of quasi-expected that I get to go nuts with her outfits. So that's what I look forward to when I work on a Lady Death piece. And for each one there's something fun. So I have like a really hard time answering that question. I gotta say, I always give like a very non-clear answer because there is no clear answer on that one. No, that would be amazing, Harv, by all means, and I'd love to see it. You're getting a bunch of Xbox achievements? That's great, Nick. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like that, Harley. As far as Harley's, which one is my favorite? Gosh, again, difficult questions. Right now, because I just finished it, and it was the first time I'd drawn her, the Harley's Little Black Book. Harley is really freaking fun. Here, I'll show you the finished piece. So here's the finished piece. And I darkened up a few little areas, especially in Ivy's hair. I added in a little bit more shadow to have a bit more of a divide between Harley and Ivy right here. Ooh, and there's one other thing I wanted to fix. I kind of screwed up on the lines right there, so I'm just going to fix that. Real quick. There. So yeah, this is the one that I just finished, and I really loved doing this version of Harley. But again, I had a ton of fun working on the Bombshell Harley too, so non-committal Dawn answers because I don't have a clear answer for these. They're all so fun. The glare on her butt is kick-ass. Where? Like right here? Or on Harley's butt, like right there? Hello, Batty Goth. Busty Harley, right? It's the boob job Harley. To be honest, Sanjian, that isn't too hard because if you use the cool gray markers, they're like a gray with a blue undertone, and then I use a really light blue, purple, and I kind of mix those two colors together, and it's easier because the cool gray marker set has so many variations in tone, so it's really awesome. Justin is here, hello, and Kara's back, yay! Oh, the belt, thank you, David, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Oh my goodness, we have Kara and Justin. Let the fun begin. And Dan is downstairs, so yeah, it's gonna be crazy. All right, so now I'm just putting in a little bit of the darker shadows for her hair in the back. And I'm not gonna leave it in such big chunks. I'm gonna get the green in there and then do little strands, which I also plan to do on this side. But I want the green as the background before I start putting the red in places where it's just gonna be singular strands, having to hold their own on that green. So they need to go in on top. But here I really want it to be quite dark. I'm dropping everything back. Yeah, Kara, you missed it. Oh, I would love that, Harv. Thank you. All right, and I need to go even darker still. Seriously, there's another forest lord? That's crazy. All right, I'm just looking for a darker color. So right now I'm using E07, which is this one, and I need to go darker still. So I might actually just use E18 or E19. I think I'm going to use E18. That looks dark, and that's what I want. E18, here we go. Show the Dan drawing. Okay, here we go, everyone. These are the Dan's drawings. All right, so he drew He was trying to draw Spider-Man, and then it turned into Waffle Man and says, "Where's the syrup?" And then he drew, what's this guy's name again? I'm a fail. This is, oh, come on, somebody help me. Oh, yes, the Dr. Manhattan. So here we go. It's inappropriate art from Dan. Thank you. So those were Dan's sketches for the night when I went to go say goodnight to Lyndon. Damn, those are sweet. Oh, it's great. Those were the absolute best. I'm so glad that Dan came on. His cane. Yes, Dan, I'm listening. Oh my God, I'm scared. What is this from Dan? Okay, open the second drawer on the right-hand side. Oh my God! You guys, Dan hid this in my art drawer. Thank you, Dan. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I was not expecting these. This is so sweet. I'm gonna cry. Aww. Thank you, Dan. I love you, hun. That is so sweet. They are my favorite snack. I do have snacks now, and I'm 100% eating them. Yeah, your message got held. That's crazy. Yeah, I was expecting something. I was a little scared to open the drawer. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Dan, I allowed it. Thank you, hon. That is so sweet. Yeah, Nick, you need some snacks. Oh, that would be hilarious, Justin. Oh, thank you, Dan. It's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Yay. That is so, so, so sweet. I don't even know how you got them in that drawer. That is crazy. So sneaky. Oh, Kylie, they've done that. The boys have hid Lego spiders in my makeup drawer. That one's been used on me a fair few times, and I always fall for it. Except when Lyndon started doing it every day and expecting a rise out of me. You did? You put those in there earlier today? Aw, that is so sweet. No, Nick is walking for a snack. Nick's gonna have to tell us what he got when he gets back. Yeah, Dan really did a win right there. Especially after drawing inappropriate art on my channel. Still, it was the best. That was so freaking hilarious. I apologize for nothing. Oh my God, Justin, that is mean. Okay, so there's the hair in the back, and it's considerably darker. You got salt and vinegar chips and Reese's Pieces. That's awesome. Okay. G, now where are my things? Here we go. It's, all right, so G43 is the lighter one, and then G24. So G43, here we go. It's background time. Now I need to make some of this look like it's close up a little bit. Whoops, I lost you guys. Yeah, it's just, it costs something like $25 a month for us to change the MooBot name. Seems a little ridiculously expensive. So I am going to put hair over this screen once I have all the green down and it's dried. Because the green is technically behind the hair, and I don't want the colors to mix. Well, just, yeah, and the price really adds up, and so we just need to make sure it's worth it before we do that, because it seems a little ridiculous. Oh, thank you, Harv. I really appreciate you sending them to me, or I probably would miss them. Yeah, so everybody else just pays the $25 a month to name their bot, huh? And I'm intentionally not coloring this smooth. I want it to be kind of dark and smooshy. Yeah, that'll ensure that I see it. I really appreciate that. Keep it smooshy, that's right. Oh no, we don't need a collection, you guys. It's just trying to see if it's worth it. It's not like it's, we can't afford it. It's just, really? Spend $25 a month? Then that really adds up over the years. Netflix is like half the price. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a fan expo in Toronto in September. And then I'm going to be in Cincinnati. And I'll be in Edmonton. And then I'll be in Dan made you want to watch Futurama. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, Devin. You're awesome. Okay, now to do some darker colors. Oh, okay, I'll check it out. She's Minis. All right, I'm gonna give it a look. Oh, that's so awesome, the frying pan. I would love that. SHOSHIES Minis. MINIS. All right, I wrote it down. Oh, it so saved our butts. We would have been so screwed. There are no words if we had tried to do that raffle, just like collecting numbers ourselves. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I was just using G43, and now I'm going to use YG63. Yay, I'll get to see you too in Baltimore, Harv. I'm so excited. That is so cool. All right, I am so loving these, Dan. Thank you so much. Oh, that would be so awesome, Kylie. And I'm totally talking with my mouth full. I apologize. Yeah, they're kind of like Welch's fruit snacks. They're called Real Fruit Gummies, and they're by Dare Candy Company. But they are so yummy. I've completely lost track of whatever conversation is happening. I don't know what's going on. But that's awesome. I'll finish the sketch. You guys carry on. Okay, G85 is like my next darker. And I'm going to start getting some darker leaves and branches on this side only. I don't think it's necessary for me to put any on the other side. Yeah, a group chat Pictionary, that would be awesome. Hello, Keeman. I should put the gummies under the art cam. Okay, I'll move the art. Here we go. So this is what they look like, and I like the medley one or the berry one. I don't like the tropical one or no, it's the super fruit one. They're always really hard, but these ones are really, really soft and they're so good. Oh yeah, I love the brush tips. I'm not a huge, oh, the actual gummies. Here we go. This is what they look like. And they're super smushy. And they're really yummy. They don't taste like normal gummy bears. Now I'm going to get tons of gummies at shows. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Oh, I'm sorry, David. Okay, I'm going to start putting in the extra little strands of hair. Because in my opinion, hair is not always divided up, excuse me, in all these little perfect curls and little chunks. There's always extra little bits of hair that go away from the pack, as it were. So I think it kind of makes something look a little more realistic when there's little bits of hair that kind of come off from the group. And here there's a few pieces I hadn't colored yet. Oh, whoops, I was off screen. I'm sorry, you guys. Yes, I am definitely oatmeal raisin cookies for cons. These are kind of more of my junk food. Yeah, I don't do that, Kara. I don't rip them apart. Non-conforming hair strands, that's right. Who wants lollies? Kylie? Sorry, love. You do it the same way? You guys are so similar. You definitely are the crazy twinsies. All right, so now I'm using the light mahogany to just kind of tie it all together because I do want these strands to be darker and not really standing out a ton. They need to fall back behind the rest of her hair. Excuse me. Oh, really? Good for you, Harv. I'm really trying to do better. Oh, yeah? Well, I really do need to try to book Tucson. I definitely intend to. Dan and I were just trying to figure out the schedule and see if I could make it, if it worked with the family and all of that stuff, but I think it does, so now I just need to motivate, and I'll either sign up on the website or talk to Brian and Francisca, because I think they also kind of run or own that show. I don't know. They're listed on the board of directors on the website, so I thought that was pretty awesome. So I can also check with them. Boy, sometimes just putting in some darker color really helps to make the rest of it pop and shine. Oh, wow. You have. Sorry, Harv. That is rough. I guess, do you kind of get used to it? Where you know how, what your body can handle and what it doesn't, so that you don't trigger anything. I don't know a ton about diabetes. My uncle has it, but all I kind of remember is that he drank a lot of Diet Pepsi. But that's all I remember. So that's very interesting. I'm just curious, like, how difficult it is if you have to really manage what you eat and stuff. And if that's not something you want to talk about on here, I totally understand. You can just be like, stop being nosy, Dawn. You have it under control. That's awesome. I actually prefer diet soda. Do I have any interiors to do? Any other prints on the pearl paper? I'm not sure I understand what you mean, Devin. I'm so sorry. Oh, intentions. Clearly I can't read tonight. No, I don't think I plan to. It's an interesting thought though. It hadn't occurred to me at all. So I just need to think about it and see if there's anything else. Oh, wow. That is so interesting. Oh, so there's a few others on here that are keeping diabetes under control as well. Guys, I have so much respect for you, and, I know I need to watch it because my love of sugar is kind of intense. Dan's always moderately concerned about me as far as that goes. I do really like sugar. You need stick art visuals? That is interesting. Oh, well, I drink the sugar-free Monster drinks. They're kind of my energy for conventions. By halfway through the day, or if its show goes late and it goes till around 8 or 9 p.m. and by around 5 I'll have a Monster drink on reserve, and that kind of gives me the last little kick in the pants I need to finish out the show and not fall asleep on the table. And my favorite one is the white Monster drink. So it's I don't know, it's white with silver designs or something like that, and that one is my favorite. And it's sugar-free, and I love it. The white can Monster, that's awesome. You got yogurt and a Monster? Oh my god, Nick, we were just talking about them. Oh, good night, the frying pan. Have a good one. Thank you so much for hanging out. Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome, Scott. You got the white one? See, those are the best. In all honesty, not to get on your case, Nick, but who drinks a Monster at 11:30? Are you going to be gaming hard? Gummies and energy drinks. It's true. I will drink like 2 cups of coffee and go right to sleep. Actually, my coffee's right over here. So, Nick, I shouldn't get on your case, but you have tomorrow off. Okay. I feel like Monsters have much more effect on me than coffee does, though. I can drink coffee while getting ready to go to bed. And fall right to sleep, no problem. Are you serious, Dan? That is disgusting. Oh, nice, Steve. Yeah, okay, I'm about the same. I'm drinking coffee now, too. And this technically counts as cups 3 and 4 for the day. So I'm kind of going to mix green and brown together for this vine that she's resting her arm on. Sounds delicious, Kylie. No, okay, Waffle Man. Here we go. Here's Waffle Man. Waffle Man, where's the syrup? Yeah, Dan, I actually have that right here. Somebody else was saying we need a waffle Moobot. So I had it on a note to talk to you about. Okay, I need a napkin. Your main coffee is an ice cap? That's nice. Okay, this is getting out of hand. I can't access my markers, and I'm being ridiculous about this. All right, I'm just moving my markers, you guys. They're just all in the wrong place. Now I can see what I need. Oh, Bamfart, the Yancey Street thing was amazing. I had such a great time. And if you're on my email list, I'll be sending out an email with like a little wrap up from that and everything like that. I do like a weekly wrap up. And you can subscribe to my email list, and then you'll get tons of pictures and stuff like that. And Dan and I have talked about it. I've been going Friday to Friday, but now I'm going to start going Tuesday to Tuesday, because Friday is right when I'm flying to a convention or working at a convention, and it actually wasn't working very good for any weekends I'm gone. So we're going to try Tuesday to Tuesday. So I'll be sending out an email on Tuesday next week with like a little wrap up and everything. But I gotta say, the whole Yancey Comics crew are so awesome. Steve and Chad, who run the respective stores, they're just so cool. And I really loved being there. And the way they just took such great care of me and everybody that came for the signing days, it was awesome. Yes, it was Devin's idea, 100%. Thank you, Devin. I really, really appreciate that one. And you've had so many other great ideas. Sorry I missed that till just now. Joan of Arc is Michael's favorite? Oh, wow. Best boobs. I decided to add a little bit more hair down here to just make these strands make a little bit more sense, at least to me. Otherwise they were just kind of blowing randomly. Felt a little strange. Oops. Okay, some light mahogany. And I need that E18 again. That's the really dark color that I've been using. Oh, are you gonna go to sleep, Harv? Good night. Good night, Harv. Thanks for hanging out for so long. I totally get it. It is really late for you, so please get some rest. Thank you for hanging out. I'll wrap this up soon, everybody. I hope that anyone who is tired goes to bed. I definitely am sorry for going so late, but I can feel the end of this commission, like literally right around the corner. So I'm just gonna go ahead and push through and wrap this one up. But I don't expect anyone to stay till the end with me. You guys are amazing to be here as long as you have. I'm literally almost finished. All right, something's happening with the lights that's kind of throwing things off. Isn't it time for dinner for me? It's 11:43 in the evening. True. That's funny, Devin. Okay. So literally, I think all I need to do is add the little pops of white highlights, and I'm done. Unless my brain is playing tricks on me, I am so close to being finished. So I'm going to try to do the pops of white this time with white pencil. Okay, I have a few other white pencils, so I'm just getting them out of my travel pencil case because some white pencils are better than others. So I'm just going to give all of these ones a shot and see which ones are best. Just throwing out. This is full. I'm sorry, I was just knocking this thing out empty. It was full from my trip, so I just want to be able to sharpen these properly. Oh, you did an unboxing video. That is so great. I want to see that, Scott. I guess I didn't do anything La Muerta, but I want to see what everybody else got. All right, so these are, ooh, this is a luminous. I've been wanting to try the luminance, and I didn't realize I had it. Hee-hee. I kind of have my eye on the Caran d'Ache, this luminous one. Luminance. It looks like such a good pencil, and like I've seen so many people using them and just doing these amazing drawings and colored pencil renderings of amazing, awesome, bosses hell stuff, and I really want to try them. So I must have got this and forgotten about it. Hee hee! It's a good white. It's very very pigmented for white colored pencil. So that's awesome. I'm sure Dan's sitting there like, oh shit, Dawn and more art supplies. It's a real situation to be married to me. This is just bringing in a little bit of texture, but it's not kind of as strong as, say, the jelly roll, because the jelly roll would make it really strong white, and it wouldn't then have that organic, natural look that these little branches and thingies should have. So I'm actually really happy with the colored pencil white, and then it can just give little pops of highlight in certain places, but it looks a lot more organic and scratchy than the jelly roll pen. So I'm actually quite loving this whole look. I'm totally missing what everybody's talking about. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, this is a luminance. It's by Caran d'Ache. And boy, it's quite pigmented for a colored pencil. I'm really liking this. It's just, I don't know how these ones interact with Copic markers, so I'm definitely keeping this as the very final step before I call it finished. Will I be coming to Texas anytime soon? No, probably not. Because I was just in Texas a little while ago. The Wonder Twins have everything under control. I love you, girls. You're the best. Okay, guys, I think I'm finished. Woohoo! Now, bear in mind, a lot of times when I'm done with the commission on stream, or even when I'm working on my own and I say, okay, this is finished, I leave it and look at it for a little bit over the next 1 or 2 days. If I have that luxury when I'm at home and I don't have to just immediately hand it over to someone at a convention, I'll take a look at it, and sometimes an idea will come to me, or I'll refine a few little things or add a couple little spots here or there. But for now, I think I'm done. Woohoo! So I will show you guys the final piece from top to bottom, and then everyone who has been staying here, and it's really late for you, thank you for hanging out with me for this long. It feels good to finish another commission this week. Yay! So I really appreciate you guys being here with me, and for those of you who were here while Dan did his sketches, you got something fun and crazy because Dan is awesome. I was very worried about coloring in her stomach because of how concave it is for the way that she's sitting. So that's something I'm relieved about, that it turned out okay. But anyway, I am going to head to bed now. I'm tired. So anyway, here is the ivy. The colors are a little bit thrown off, so I'll post a picture, of course. I need to finish chewing, so face plant that pillow. That is so correct. I am tired. And I was I got my 7-year-old, I kind of stalled him from doing anything else. I'm like, oh, do you want to just have a cuddle for a couple minutes? And I managed to get him to lay down in bed with me for 15 minutes this afternoon. I'm like, yeah, we can just snuggle. And then I just fell asleep. So, yeah, I've been tired. So anyway, here we are. This is finished, and I get to sign it when it's done, but usually my hand hurts, so I'm gonna leave it till tomorrow. But guys, this was so much fun. I really appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I had a fantastic time. One more commission done. This was due for Niagara Falls Comic-Con a month and a half ago. So anyway, I'll post the final piece and the final Harley and Ivy over the next couple days, so you guys can see them actually properly scanned, or a good photo of it. But I will keep you all posted. Dan is outing me that I don't want to make that a print. Thanks for the public pressure announcement, Dan. All right. I love you all a ton. I'll talk to you tomorrow or some other time, and have a great Sunday. Sleep in if you can. Enjoy your day, and I love you all a ton. Booty for the people. All right, I'm going to be stopping streaming now. Sorry, Dan. Love you all a ton. Mwah.